Today we will start. We will learn about rotation. There are two important points to be remembered with which we can describe a rotation. Number one is center of rotation, and number second is angle of rotation. If we want to define a rotation, then we will have to tell about the center of rotation and about the angle of rotation. Angle of rotation. Now, first of all, we will try to find out that how to find out the center of rotation when object and image are given. Now, the task is to how to find the center and angle of rotation when object and image both are given. Now the question is, triangle ABC is mapped onto triangle DEF under a rotation. Find the center and angle of rotation. Now, two triangles ABC and DERF are given, and we will find the angle and the center of rotation.
In this question, we will first of all we will find out the center of rotation. To find out the center of rotation, I need to draw two perpendicular bisectors between the respective image points and object points. Now, as you can see that A is mapped onto D, A is mapped onto D according to the sequence. So I will draw a perpendicular bisector between A and D. For this, I will open the compass more than half of the radius, more than half of the length of AD, and I will draw two arcs, and I will repeat the same process from point A. By joining these two points of intersection, I will get the perpendicular bisector between A and D. Now I need another perpendicular bisector. Now I will draw a perpendicular bisector between B and E. I can also draw the perpendicular bisector between C and F. With compass with radius more than half of the length of BE, I will draw two arcs. With the same radius, I will repeat the process from point P, and I will remove the unwanted portion of the arcs. I will join the 2 points of intersection. Now this one is the second perpendicular bisector. The point of intersection of the two perpendicular bisectors is the center. This one is the center. Let name this one as X. Now X is the center of this rotation. The point of intersection of the two perpendicular bisectors is the center of rotation. Now I want to find out the angle of rotation. To find out the angle of rotation, join one object and image with the center. One object and image point with the center. Now A is I will join A with X like this, and then D with X, as A and D are respective image and object. Now this one is the angle of rotation, as A is mapped onto D. You can see that A is mapped onto D. A is mapped onto D. Which rotation is this? This rotation is anti-clockwise or clockwise? This rotation is clockwise rotation. A is mapped onto D under a clockwise rotation. Now I will measure the angle with the help of protractor. I will put the center of protractor at point X and 0 on the line X, and the angle of rotation is 90 degrees, approximately is 90 degrees clockwise. So this is the method, this is the way in which we can find out the center of rotation and angle of rotation. To find out the center of rotation, we will draw two perpendicular bisectors. The point of intersection of the perpendicular bisectors is the center. We will join one image with the center and object with the center. The angle between these two lines is the angle of rotation. And we will also have to mention that this one is clockwise rotation or anti-clockwise rotation.
Now I will write down the steps how to find out the center of rotation. Draw two perpendicular bisectors. This one is the sign for perpendicular bisector. Between pose, objects, and images. The point of intersection of the two perpendicular bisectors is the center of rotation. Is there any confusion? Uh, Now I will write down the steps to find out the angle of rotation. Join object with the center in this case the center is X and image with the center. Object, center, image is the angle of rotation. In this case, AXD is the angle of rotation. Now, our next task is how to draw the image when object, center, and angle of rotation is given. Now, we want to draw the image when object, center, and angle of rotation is given. The question is, triangle ABC is mapped onto triangle DEF under a rotation of 90 degree anti-clockwise. Now object 90-degree anti-clockwise. Object angle of rotation about x and center of rotation x. These three things are given. We want to draw the image triangle DE and F.
To draw the image triangle under rotation of 90-degree anti-clockwise about the point X, the method is, first of all, we will join the image point, the object point with the center. That is, first of all, I will join A with the center. The line should be a very light line so that the actual triangle is not dominated by this line. Now, I will put the protector at point X with 0 on the line AX and center at X. Now, when I will read the angle 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 80, 90, this rotation is a clockwise rotation, but I need an anti-clockwise rotation. So I will place the protector in such a way that when I will count the angles, the rotation should be clockwise rotation, anti-clockwise rotation. Now, with center X and 0 on the line AX, when I will count the angles 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. Now this rotation is anti-clockwise rotation. I will draw an angle of 90-degree which gives a anti-clockwise rotation. Now this one is the 90-degree angle. Now, as you know that if we will mark a point on the tire of a car, on the wheel of a car, then and I will rotate the wheel, then the distance of the point from the center will be unchanged. In the similar way, in the rotation, the distance of the object points from the center is always the same. Now the distance of A from X is this. The distance of image should be the same one. This one is the point D after a rotation of 90-degree about the point X. Now I will repeat the same process from the point B. I will join the point B with X. I will draw an angle of 90-degree at point X and I will place the protector in such a way that it will produce an anti-clockwise rotation. Now this angle is 90-degree. The distance of object remains the same after rotation. The distance of x from B is this. This one is the distance of x from B. After rotation, the distance will remains the same. This point is E, which is the image of point B. Now I will join point C with the center and draw an angle of 90 degree and place the protractor in such a way that it will produce anti-clockwise rotation. This one is a 90-degree angle from point X. Now this one is the distance of C from X. This point is F point. Now I will join D, E and F. In this way, we can draw the image triangle under rotation. There may be a question that ABC is mapped onto triangle DEF under a rotation of 120-degree anti-clockwise rotation about X. Now, in the case of 120-degree rotation, we will draw an angle of 120 degree at point X. This one is the method to draw the image when object, center and angle of rotation is given.
Now I will write down the steps with which we can draw the with the help of which we can draw the image triangle under rotation. Step number 1 is join O with center. Join object say A with center. The first step is this. The second step is draw an angle of 90 degree at center, which gives anti-clockwise rotation. Now this one is very important to place the this one is very important step to place the protector in such a way that it will give an anti-clockwise rotation. Step number 3 is draw the image on the new angle formed at the same distance from the center as the object is. Is there any confusion in drawing the image triangle under rotation?
No, sir.
Okay. Now the next task is how to draw the image on the graph paper when object, center, and angle of rotation is given. Now we will learn how to draw the image on the graph paper. The question is triangle ABC is mapped onto triangle DEF under 90-degree clockwise rotation about 2 1. 2 1 is the center. About 2 1 with coordinates of A are 4 2, B 6 2, and C 6 5. Now the task is to draw the triangle D, E, and F. Now we will draw these points on the graph paper. This one is y-axis. This one is x-axis. The A point is 4 2. The B point is 6 2. And the C point is 6 5. This one is the object triangle. The center is 2 1. This one is the center. Now I will write down the steps Step number one, find the column vector from center to object. Here the center is 2, 1. This one is the center X. Object is A. What's the column vector of A from the center? जी बेटा. जी बेटा जी. आवाज आ रही है? जी बेटा आवाज आ रही है?
जी सर।
जी, what's the column vector? We will start from the center. 2, 1. The column vector is 2, 1. Is there any confusion?
No sir.
Recall vectors, please. The column vector is 2, 1. The horizontal component is 2, the vertical component is 1. For A, the column vector is 2, 1. For step 2, apply the transformation xy2, interchange the 2, interchange x and y, and change the sign of x. This transformation is applicable only in the case when there is 90-degree clockwise rotation. Now, when we will apply this transformation onto this, what will be the answer?
Sir, 1 minus 2.
Correct. We will interchange these two and change the sign of x. Now, step 3 is draw the new column vector from the center. Now, 1 minus 2. Stand at the center. 1 minus 2. We will move 1 unit towards right and minus 2, 2 units toward 2 units downwards. This one is the image point for A. And this one is the point D. Now, what's the column vector of B from the center? G.
Sir, mm, sir,
Stand at the sign.
1 minus 2.
Stand at the center. Move horizontally. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 towards right side and 1 up. So the column vector of B from X is 4, 1. For B, The column vector is 4, 1. When we will apply this transformation 4, 1 onto 4, 1, the answer is
1 minus 4.
1 minus 4,
So
correct.
1 minus 4.
Yes, we will draw this column vector from the center. 1 from x, we will stand at x, 1 towards right and 4 units down. This one is E. Now, what's the column vector of C from X?
So 5, 4.
Stand at X, move horizontally. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, how many units upwards? 1, 2,
So 4.
3, 4. 4 right, 4 up. So the column vector is 4, 4. Is there any confusion?
No, sir.
Now, after applying the transformation xy to y minus x, the new column vector is 4 minus 4. Now we will draw this new column vector from the center. Stand at x, 4 towards right, 4 down. This one is the point, F. Now the new triangle formed is this. Now can you see that the triangle ABC is moved 90-degree clockwise about x? Can you observe the change of 90-degree clockwise about x?
Ji, sir.
This one is 90-degree clockwise rotation about x. Is there any confusion? These are the 3 steps you will have to follow. Okay.
Ji, sir. So.
Now I will write down the different transformations for 90-degree clockwise. The vector transformation is xy to yx, and we will change the sign of x. For 90-degree anti-clockwise, we will the vector transformation is we will interchange the two components and change the sign of y. For 180-degree rotation, the vector transformation is we will change the signs of the components and draw the new components from the center. Okay.
Ji, sir.
In this way, we can draw
So,
GG.
say 180 clockwise or anti-clockwise? Oh, sorry,
Now,
sir.
this one is point O, this one is A. If I will move this point A anti-clockwise about O, then the new position is this A dash. And this rotation is anti-clockwise. And if I will move this line OA clockwise about O, then this one is the rotation. In 180-degree, there is no need to uh, Describe, state that the rotation is anti-clockwise or clockwise. In both the cases, anti-clockwise or clockwise, the answer is same. So there is no need to describe. Okay.
जी sir.
Is there any question?
No sir.
Okay. Now this one is all about the rotation, and you will attempt questions about the rotation from the book, and we will discuss the questions tomorrow, inshallah. Now we will discuss about the matrices of rotation. Now recall the identity matrix, that is 1001. This one is point A, this one is point B. These are the x coordinates, and these are the y coordinates. Now for 90-degree clockwise, in this one, the center should be 0, 0. The center should be 0, 0. To use these matrices, the center should be 0, 0. Origin. For 90-degree clockwise rotation, the matrix is, now use this matrix and apply the vector transformation on the coordinates A and B. In 90-degree transformation, in 90-degree clockwise rotation, we will interchange the coordinates and change the sign of x. We will interchange the coordinates and change the sign of x. There is no need to write 0 with a minus with 0. Now for 90-degree anti-clock, the matrix is, we will now again consider the identity matrix 1001. We will interchange the coordinates for A and change the sign of y. There is no need to write 0 with 0, minus with 0. Now we will interchange the coordinates of B and change the sign of y coordinate. For 180-degree rotation, the matrix is, we will simply change the signs of x and y coordinates. That is -1, 0 and 0, -1. These are the matrices for rotation. Now the question is, triangle ABC is mapped onto triangle DEF under 90-degree clockwise rotation. center 0, 0 with A42, B62 and C65. Find the coordinates of triangle DEF. As we can see that the center is 0, 0. So we can use the matrix matrices matrix to find out the coordinates of DEF. There is no need to draw. Now we will pre-multiply the matrix. We will write down the matrix first. For 90-degree anti-clockwise, the matrix is this: 0, -1, 1, 0. Now we will write down the coordinates of A, B, and C. A, B, and C. For A, the coordinates are 4, 2, B, 6, 2, and C, 6, 5. Now we will multiply this matrix with A, B, and C using matrix multiplication. 0 into 4 plus 1 into 2. 0 into 6 plus 1 into 2. 0 into 6 plus 1 into 5. Now we will select this row and multiply with all the columns in the second matrix. -1 into 4 plus 0 into 2. -1 into 6 plus 0 into 2. -1 into 6 plus 0 into 5. The simplified answers are for A 2, 2, 5, F -4, -6, -6. So the coordinates for D, E, and F are 2, -4, 2, -6, and F 5, -6. These are the coordinates of DEF under a 90-degree clockwise rotation about the point 0, 0. If the center is 0, 0, then we can use the matrix to find out the images. This one is all about the transformation. Thank you.